Hey guys, this is Camry15 back at it for another video for you guys, and I'm back to discuss One Piece anime episodes again. Sorry for the fact that this is coming out a day later compared to yesterday. I did watch the episode yesterday, but I thought I didn't have to get really much notes down, and there were some things I actually had to get notes down because there was kind of some information, mostly really in the Kaido scene with the Tobi Roppo. But other than that, that was kind of it. And by the time I would have recorded that video after getting the notes, it would have been too late. So anyways, yeah, so let's talk about this episode of One Piece. And this is anime episode 985. So the episode obviously starts off again with Zoro, and he's still looking around for Luffy. Now he asks these beast pirate people he ends up beating up later in the episode where Kaido is, and essentially they tell him, oh, Kaido, don't worry about him. He's going to be coming out on the stage, so you don't have to worry about it. Anyways, speaking about Kaido, this episode was kind of centered around, even though at the end we get the cool elephant gun moment, we see Kaido talk to the Tobi Roppo. And essentially, some members of it's Sasaki, and Sasaki's like, Kaido, we wanted to drink with you, and Kaido's like, yeah, we'll drink after, everything's set and go, after I get my big announcement and everything, then we can drink till the cows come home, and stuff like that. He's like, also too, well, I'm fine with drinking after this whole issues or this whole stuff is taken care of, and also too, I want you guys to meet Lin Lin. In other words, he wants the Tobi Roppo to meet Big Mom and everything. Now, the reason why he kept them waiting was because of the small incident regarding really his son, Yamato, who we get his name revealed. Also, we kind of get a silhouette of Yamato, and I'll speak on that when I get to that point. But the thing is, we find out Kaido wasn't the main person that summoned the Tobi Roppo. It was King, who heard about the Yamato situation, who summoned them. And he comes in and he's like, yeah, if I had to say it was Kaido that summoned you, because if I said I summoned you, you guys would have not shown up, you would have not listened. And we can clearly see that the Tobi Roppo, especially Who's Who and Sasaki, have beef with especially King, for some apparent reason, I guess. And they're literally about to fight, and Kaido's like, whoa, calm down, people. We're not fighting up in here yet. We haven't even got started. We're not even fighting tonight. So keep it cool and everything. So that's when Kaido brings in this headliner named Bao Huang. And she ate the flying squirrel smile fruit. Now, this is when she kind of goes on to a monologue of essentially running down the big, announcements for the file during the Fire Festival before they go back to partying and everything. And essentially, she goes on to say, on the stage where Queen is performing, the three lead performers, which are Jack, King, and Queen, along with Fukarokuju, will make a toast. Then after that, Orochi and Kaido will come out. They're going to give their speeches. Then when the Big Mom pirates their ship along with like Perospero and the other Big Mom pirate crew members finally get to Onigashima, and they get there, that's when Kaido along with Big Mom will come out, and they will both announce to not only the Big Mom pirates and the Beast pirates, they will announce that they're creating that they're creating the world's strongest pirate alliance. Because we know that Kaido and Big Mom essentially stopped butting heads. They're like, you know what? How about this? Let's achieve one common goal here and work together for some time. And let's do this alliance together that nobody in the world that could potentially stop. Obviously, maybe potentially the Strats and the alliance stop this alliance, but again, it's very hard to see, if the alliance will be able to come out and actually defeat Kaido and Big Mom, because in both times Luffy's went up against Kaido and Big Mom, he's essentially gotten smacked with utter ease. So we'll definitely have to see if these quick power-up boosts will definitely help our character. So, yeah. Anyways, also Bao Huang says, oh yes, one more thing. Kaido will make one important announcement later after everything that has been announced. And the Tobi Roppo are like, you can't tell us what that announcement is right now. And Kaido's like, if I were to tell you that, it would create a huge commotion if it got out. And I don't want this thing spreading. I'd rather just say it when everybody's paying attention and listening to this. So apparently there is some big announcement Kaido is going to make after all of these other announcements he's gonna have. Something, and it seems like we're gonna get a bigger announcement than the fact that Kaido and Big Mom are allied. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what that other talking point, that other announcement is going to be, because if that's the case, it's got to be something like literally, it's got to be something like worldwide, a One Piece world type of thing, that it's going to affect the One Piece world, and stuff like that. That's what it's got to be, because the Big Mom Kaido alliance, it's already big enough. You have to find something even bigger than this. Obviously, we know Oda and Oda's Goda. And he's gonna find some way. So obviously we're gonna have to wait for that announcement to come and stuff like that. Now, Kaido also says, listen, also, I want you guys to find my son Yamato. So we get the name of Kaido's son essentially now confirmed. It's Yamato. And again, like I said, they flash over to a silhouette picture of Yamato. Now we saw his front face area, and we see that he's wearing a mask, but this time we kind of get a little close-up back silhouette, and it seems like this dude has a ponytail and looks somewhat maybe like a girl, like a female. So I don't know if she's I don't know if I said she. I'm already thinking it's a female. I don't know if he's a female, or something like that, or maybe it's a dude that looks like he's a chick. That could be very much the case, because the ponytail and stuff like that, and hey, men will rock a ponytail. I'm just wondering if it's actually a female. So yeah, and if that's the case, if that's a female, and it turns out to be a female, then Toei gave something humongously away. I'm just convinced that it looks like a girl. It just, the way the hair and it looks like the body type structure of Yamato, it looks like it's a girl. And it looks like it could be one of those things where it's a girl pretending to be a man, or something like that, for some apparent reason. We'll just find out as the weeks come. So yeah, and essentially Kaido's like, yeah, if whoever finds my son Yamato, or whoever finds Yamato, I'll take you up on this. You know, you can challenge any one of the 3 lead performers, and you can take their spot if you defeat them. And obviously Sasaki and Who's Who are like, oh, I'm down for this. And that's when he asks Jack and King, he hasn't told Queen yet, but he asks Jack and King, he's like, you have no objections to this, right? And they're obviously like, no, of course, we'll kick their asses, essentially. So it's probably not gonna happen, but I think it would be a very entertaining fight if it did. Now, we cut over to Luffy and Zoro. Zoro kind of gets cornered by some Beast Pirates because he walked in a circle. And the Beast Pirates like, haven't we seen you before? And Zoro is like, is this the right way? And they're like, dude, you got in a circle. Eventually, they start antagonizing him with the food. They step over the food and everything. And he kind of Zoro makes a comment that kind of sets them off. And they're walking over the food. Zoro's remembering all the people from Okabura Town and essentially the poor people of Wano. And he kind of beats them up and stuff like that a bit. Now, when we cut over to Luffy, we know Luffy's thinking about, obviously, Otama and the fact that she barely got any food as is. And in the meantime, we see these Beast Pirate members just wasting this red bean soup, just throwing it on the ground. They're like, just throw it on the ground, just throw it, just dump it and spill it all over the place. And Luffy grabs some of them, some of the canisters, and he actually eats them. He gets into a fat approach, and he's telling these guys, you guys need to stop this. Like, there's other people out there that could use this food and everything. And, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? So this pisses off Luffy. He literally goes from being humongously fat to freaking skinny. Now, before Luffy does his big elephant gun, we do see the kid crew. They're trying to go meet up in Kaido's quarters, essentially. They're under this One Piece part. It's like, Kaido's gonna come up with this big announcement, but Kid's like, oh, Kaido done so many nice things for me, and I just want to make sure I treat him well, and I want to give my thanks. So allow me to do that. And they're like, okay, sure. Also, we see Kid use Conqueror's Haki to kind of just, I guess, further threaten this guy. So yeah. We also see some other members of Kid's crew. One looks like he's a scarecrow, and this one has like this sharp stuff. Yeah, they'll have both cool looking character designs. But again, cutting back to Luffy, Luffy gets super pissed off after just seeing the Beast Pirates just laugh, and he's just sick of it, and he's done. So he essentially goes gear third, and does a grand smashing elephant gun, which literally flattens this one Beast Pirates dude. I don't know how he's not dead, because he literally flattened his freaking skull. And it creates a commotion and everything. Kid's crew sees this and they're like, what the hell is Straw Hat doing? He's gonna blow our cover! And everything. Lo and behold, you think things gonna get worse? Our Kid's like, oh, don't worry. Trust me. We'll take this to our advantage. We can use that distraction to sneak up on Kaido. And then, you would think things didn't get worse for them. And then lo and behold, Zoro cuts down this whole building, this whole like area, this whole part of this building, and stuff like that, cuts that in half, and you just have the Kid crew of just saying like, or you have Zoro come up with his source, and he's like, Luffy, what the hell are you making all this commotion about, all this noise about? What the hell are you doing? You know the plan, right? You're gonna blow our freaking cover, and you just have the Scarecrow Beast Pirate, or the Scarecrow Kid crew member. He's like, is this guy serious? He said Luffy was making too much noise? This commotion? You just cut a whole building in half! And essentially Luffy's like, I'm sorry, I know everything, but look, these guys were making fun of the fact that Otama doesn't have all these foods and stuff like that, and they were making fun of the food, wasting all this food and stuff like that. And I was thinking of Otama and stuff like that. And Zoro's like, oh, really? They were making fun? Okay. And they both end the episode, and the episode ends off with both of them getting pissed, and they're gonna make sure they regret ever doing that. So lesson to be learned here, ladies and gentlemen. Do not taunt Luffy or Zoro and piss them off, especially when it comes to food after they've seen poor people. So yeah, that's it for the episode. Next week, it seems like Scratchman and Pooh's gonna get involved, and he apparently is going to be fighting Luffy, I'm guessing. And Luffy's looking like he's getting his ass kicked. Interesting. Very much interesting. Yeah, I thought it was I thought this week's episode of One Piece was solid for what it was. I read some of the verb comments for the episode, and some of the people are complaining about the fact that the pacing's very kind of slow and stuff like that, and there's no progress being made, even though there was some progress made in this episode. But by my recollection, where we're at in the anime, I don't read the manga, but all I know is it's fairly close, if not, only a few chapters away. So if they were to adapt, if Toei was to adapt 2 to 3 chapters in one episode, then the anime would catch up to the manga, and the anime would have to go on a hiatus or a break to be able to have the manga have enough chapters so then the anime can adapt those chapters. So again, like I said in my rant about the people with season 5, of My Hero Academia. To the people who have issues with the pacing in the anime, well, too bad. If you, guess what? You want the pacing to be good? You want the pacing to be 2 chapters an episode? Well, if by that logic, you want the anime to catch up to the manga and be able to just go on break. So guess what? You don't get no more anime content, and you have to wait 3 to 4 months for enough chapters to be adapted for the anime to be like, okay, we're back from our break, we can start adapting episodes again. It'd be a nice break for the animators for One Piece and Toei. That would be nice for them. But we know One Piece, other than that one time back in the pandemic, when the pandemic was bad, when it shut down and went on hiatus because obviously the pandemic. I don't think you want that again. So I'm fine with slow-paced episodes of One Piece if I know I'm gonna get guaranteed One Piece episodes every Saturday. Now, fun fact, I don't know if we're getting a One Piece episode next week because apparently the Olympics are going on, and I don't know if they're gonna be on break because of the Olympics, which fucking sucks. The Olympics just had to be held in Japan this year, huh? But yeah, that's my thoughts. Anyways, I enjoyed this episode, so yeah, anyways, if you guys like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode. Do you think Yamato's a girl? And what do you think is Kaido's big announcement after him and Big Mom's announcement of being the strongest pirate alliance? I can only envision it has to be a thing that affects the One Piece world as a whole. It has to be something. And when I mean that, I mean we're talking end game level. The only thing I could say is that Kaido and Big Mom go out to sea to go search for the One Piece. That's the only thing I can see. So yeah, that's kind of it. Again, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more One Piece content. And stuff like that. And if you do hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell icon to make sure that you're updated to whatever I upload to the channel, because you'll get that notification to your inbox that you'll see that I uploaded a new video. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode despite people's problems with pacing. Listen, if you don't like the pacing of it, you're more than welcome to go pay a $1 subscription for Viz Media or the Shonen Jump app, and you can read the One Piece manga and catch up and just wait every week on a Sunday for the next chapter to come out. So you can do that. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night. I'm checking out this video. Until then, guys, catch you guys later. Peace.